Ori. Ori. I'd like to introduce Ori Bengal. We're old friends from Hutchinson, Kansas. He's couch surfing Ori. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. So I have a story for you guys, but before I tell it, is anyone here work in law enforcement? No? All right. Everyone, you got a point where? Oh, that's all right. They're not here. So just raise your hands real quick. Everyone raise your right hand. Come on. I only have 10 minutes. And repeat after me. Ori, I promise I will not turn you into the cops for your presentation. Ori, I promise I will not turn you into the cops for your presentation. Okay, I trust you guys. So last time I was in Iowa, which was in 2007, I had to run away from the cops and had to duck into a convenience store, get some junk food, look kind of normal. And this is what happens when you couch surf with UFC cage fighters. They tend to be a little crazy. And you guys want to know what they did that we had to run away from the cops? Huh? Yes. Oh, I'll tell you later. But I tell you, it was kind of shocking, and I was pretty scared. I was pretty excited, and it was an adventure. You know, I define adventures as a new experience. Now, I will admit that I tend to like the adventures that are filled with adrenaline and that tend to make a good story a little better. For example, bull poker. 4 people sit around a small table holding cards. You let a pissed off bull into the arena, and the last person that leaves their seat wins. When I played, I didn't win. After the bull threw some guy into the air that was like 2 feet in front of me, he smashed a table into my knee and the chair broke. So didn't win. Better luck next time. I do have a shirt, though, which is cool. So you got all these different adventures, and all these stories not only are true, but they keep finding me. These crazy adventures keep finding me, and so do all these cool, crazy people. And the cool thing is, it's usually through social media. And in 1994, my parents, I was visiting from school back before I dropped out for the first time. They were yelling at me for wasting my life on this stupid dial-up internet thing. I admit dial-up internet is pretty stupid these days, but you know, these days everyone knows about the internet and everyone's wasting their lives away, you know, sharing what we're doing, what are we eating, what are we drinking, what are we listening to on Facebook. But to the untrained eye, if you watch my profiles, it might look like I'm just posting videos about talking dogs and articles on why night owls are smarter and maybe my occasional blog post about marketing and adventures. But what am I really doing? Posting videos about talking dogs and articles on why night owls are smarter and articles to my blog. However, what that does is it makes people smile. I'm sharing stuff that I'm passionate about. It helps people. I tend to post helpful material. And what this does is it gets the material shared. It gets people to find me, like-minded people, which in turn begets me more amazing business opportunities. It makes me brand new friends, and it gets me invited to all sorts of cool new adventures that I wouldn't have even imagined on my own. So share what you're into. You attract like-minded people, and if you go on couchsurfingori.com, my website, you can find my South by Southwest presentation, which was called The 7 Keys to Happiness. And there's a bunch of things in that, 7 actually, but there's 2 that I'm specific about today that I want to pull from that. One of them is take the time and truly discover yourself. A lot of people are afraid to admit who they are inside, too worried about what other people think and stuff. And the other thing that I want you to get out of this is share everything, especially the stuff that you're passionate about. If anyone in here ever wanted to do something or get something and you later rationalized it, I didn't really want to do that. Oh, there's too much competition. It's too expensive. I heard that girl's a bitch anyways. Why would I ask her out? You know, well, a lot of that was nervous laughter, by the way. So, yeah. But here's the thing. It's too bad. All those things are just going to be regrets later. And the thing is that we're just too worried about what other people think. It's too hard. We actually know who we are. We just are afraid to often share that with ourselves or the world because of fear, and comfort zones. So when we were kids, we thought we could do anything. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a veterinarian. I'm building a castle. You know, I actually know some people who actually have a castle. It's pretty cool, but they paid to have it built. But here's the thing. We get conditioned that, oh, no, you have to tone it down. No, don't raise your hand. You'll get in trouble. You know, don't cause attention. Well, I got a solution. I have a way that you can reverse this and bring that feeling back, and it's use social media and be yourself. Like the you that you're afraid to share that, oh, I don't know, my girlfriend's going to leave me if I'm like that hyper, or if I start a food fight at a restaurant. If someone's going to leave you for being you, then you probably don't need them. You know, you probably go find people that are going to appreciate you for you. And let's see, on social media, be yourself. If someone leaves you, what you need is supporters. You need people that believe in you for you and that actually believe in you more than you believe in yourself. They're out there, and by sharing your passions, you're going to find them. I now believe that I can do anything, and a lot of that is because of all the positive reinforcement that I've gotten because I share all this goofy stuff that I do. And I've gotten to stay with some industry leaders in various industries. So here's a couple of things that are great tips for building your social media community. First and foremost, as I said, be yourself, share everything. That way people know who you are and what you're passionate about. Perfect example, 2 nights ago, right before I took off to get here, someone bought me a ticket to Hawaii. I've never been. I always wanted to go. They said they know that I'm into things that are going to play out as a good story, and I like adventures and I like travel. I said, hey, why don't you come here? I'll buy you a one-way ticket. If you want to get back, you have to finish the project and get some sales. I'm like, that sounds like a great story. Let's do it. That's it. On the 24th, I'm going to Hawaii, probably for 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. But here's the thing. People often make it sound like work is supposed to be this tedious thing that's not fun. Well, that's bullshit. You can absolutely have fun. I'm going to be surfing, scuba diving, spearfishing, having a blast with friends that I absolutely love and I can't get enough of. And I'm going to be making money doing this in Hawaii. And then maybe I'll come back if I get enough sales, you know. But you can absolutely do this. So ask yourself, you know, if are you thrilled when you wake up about going to work? Are you super excited about who you're dating or married to? You know, do you love the location you're at? And if the answer is no to any of these, why not? I mean, is it something that people have brainwashed you into, or is it just because you don't have enough supporters? Find out. You have the choice. So here's some other things you can do. Help people. It's really easy. Generally, just sharing a link. Look, if you watch your Twitter stream, watch your Facebook stream, people are asking questions, answer them. It's karma. You know, it absolutely exists. It's not just something that Hindu people say. Okay, the people that I couch surf with, I've bought their weddings, I've taken their photos. Ask. You know, just ask. I've stayed with Tony Hsieh, the CEO of Zappos.com, a $1 billion+ a year company. I've stayed on his couch. I've stayed with 2-time New York Times bestselling author Keith Ferrazzi. How did I get there? I asked. So start conversation. They said, yeah. You know, I just tweeted them, hey, can I tell you about this thing I'm doing? I'm staying on people's couches. And so tag people in photos and comments and links. Don't spam them. Find stuff that they would like. For example, if you ever had someone go, hey, I saw this shirt, I picked it up, it made me think of you. Great. You know, same thing. It just shows people that you get them, and it's helpful, it's fun. And shit happens. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to screw up. It's not okay to not take action because of these things. 2 weeks into my journey, so January 2007, I discovered something we didn't have in Florida called black ice. My car spun around, going the wrong way, an SUV is coming at me, spun me around 3 more times, and I smashed into a concrete wall. Everyone thought I was going to go home with my tail between my legs, but hell no, you know. I have a lot more fun. I'm a lot more passionate about traveling, meeting new people, having new adventures than I am about playing it safe. And if Will Rogers said, even if you're on the right track, if you just sit there, you're still going to get run over. So, you know, just something to think about. You know, life's too short to play it safe. I guess before I end, I got to tell you why we had the cops called on us. So, 5 months into my trip, I got stranded for the first time. I didn't have a place to crash, so I sat in a parking garage on Wi-Fi, and I tweeted out, or we didn't have Twitter back in 2000. I used MySpace, and I called, and I texted. I put out an SOS help, who do you know in South Carolina, and finally, at midnight, I got a call. This girl I never heard of before said I can crash at her place. She gave me her address and said to text her when I get there. I get there, and her and two of her friends show up, and they say, okay, follow us, but be really, really quiet. I say, okay, why am I being so quiet? Because it's an all-girls school, and you're not supposed to be here. So but that's not why I had the cops call on me. So I was just thrilled at that point to be stranded. I couldn't wait until the next time I got stranded. 4 months later, I got stranded. I put out an SOS. I got to stay with a bunch of UFC cage fighters, and those guys are crazy. One night, one of them says, hey, he breaks open $6 worth of fireworks, puts it into a vitamin bottle with a wick, and asked me if I'd like to watch as he lights this thing at an apartment complex on a college campus. Apparently, these things are called concussion bombs. And when I asked him how big the flash is going to be, because I'm filming, he said, oh, about the size of a soccer ball, which made sense because it's a vitamin bottle. When the 4 buildings around us shook and you could see the flash over 4-story buildings, I knew he lied. And that's why we ran from the cops. So, bottom line, you need supporters. You need to find like-minded people who are passionate about what you're passionate about. They'll help you achieve any goal that you have. If you need one to start with, just find me on couchsurfingori.com. I'll believe in what you want to do. Thanks. Thank you.